Good morning. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 2, the rough draft. So I did get it in PDF format. I don't know why I can't open this. Let me see. Oh, well, of course, now it's going to open. Yeah, it would not open the other day. Let me double check here and see why. I don't know what's happening. With that, so here's what I need to share with you. A couple of things. I understand that you're struggling here in terms of how to orient this topic, and that is broad. That's a massive topic. So what I would recommend is hone in on what part of isolation. So are you talking about workers who work remotely? Because that would be one completely different branch of isolation in the workplace. Are you talking about people who work individually in cubicles? A separate isolation area, how does that, sitting in one area, isolated, separate from other members on a team. Are you talking about job opportunities or contract work where you don't work with a team? You're independent contractor and you are the only go-to point. You have to find all of your resources, the type of isolation that comes from there. So the topic isolation in general is just too broad. I think you need to pick one form of isolation. What kind of isolation are they talking about? And I think that will help you, because right now it looks like you're not even sure like where to go. It looks like you have some pretty good individual thermal satisfaction. I'm not sure what that is. Workplace productivity. Invisible, therefore, I said comparative effective team virtuality and task virtuality. Okay, so the difference between working on a team or working individually with it you are the project manager or you're the one contractor that has all that would be to look at that type of isolation if you're just tasked with one aspect without a team. Ostracism, the value of coworker humor. Interesting. Blend, understand interpersonal outcomes and managing concealable stigmas. See, this I think is going a little. I wonder how you're going to apply this, because this, as opposed to, okay, so let me go back just one second. Where's this one? This suggests a type of isolation from an internally structured isolation. So the individual employee is feeling isolated. Do I blend in with this group or do I stand out on my own? Versus another type of isolation that is, organizationally instituted isolation. So the organization itself wants this team over here, but wants independent workers over here, or the organization establishes that everyone is remote, and therefore they have no contact with other employees, and or the organization determines that everyone works within an individual cubicle and they don't have access to other coworkers and or coworkers information or coworkers progress. So I think that this article it looks at life. There's two ways to look at this isolation factor. Is it an emotional issue from the employee to the workplace, or is it workplace to the employee? And I would caution you, I would strongly suggest that you do institutionally organized isolation, because if you move into the employee generated isolation topic, you're really working with very qualitative data, and it's all what one perceives over another, and the perceptions can vary drastically. So finding common themes may be much more difficult than if you were to take the route of institutionally organized isolationism in the workplace. I hope that that's helpful, and I look forward to seeing how you organize these. Which avenue you choose to pursue.